He lost 7.4 Bitcoin, his entire life savings, to this Sparrow wallet scam. There is a threat to your Bitcoin that you should be concerned about, and I wanted to flag this one. I thought it was really important as well. So we had a fake app on the Apple App Store. These things do sneak in there. These scammers are finding any and every way possible to try and get you to give up your seed words. It could be a fake app in the App Store, the Google Play Store. It could be a fake website online. The crazy one, Gary, at the Bitcoin Rodeo, I had a guy show me he's getting fake letters. It was a paper letter from Ledger with a QR code and a website to go to that went through a whole bunch of questions, looked really legit, and of course ended with enter your seed phrase here. So the real risk to your Bitcoin is not quantum computing. It is, in fact, your own, it's being aware, right? It's that hypervigilance to know that no one's sending you like a security update. If you ever have someone putting pressure on you or rushing you, it's likely a scam. And unfortunately, the reason that I even saw this one is because someone did lose some Bitcoin. And I absolutely feel for this guy and his family. We had Jimmy Ramirez, the guy, bad luck, right? He lost funds in 2002 to the Celsius collapse. And then he was looking... 2022, thank you. I'm not sure what I said. And then he lost...
You said 1986.
Wow, I was way off. He lost 7.4 Bitcoin, his entire life savings, to this Sparrow wallet scam.
Yep.
And the one thing that I kind of want to pause here with you, Gary, and kind of talk about it is, you know, it wasn't this. I find this incredibly tragic, and I feel for the guy. And I'm in no way trying to throw shade, but this was avoidable. It wasn't something on a compromised device. It wasn't something under coercion. It was a misunderstanding. I saw in some comments, he was talking with Ben back and forth there that he had a cold card. He had a cold card, and then he entered his seed phrase into the mobile app thinking that's how you export it. And he has been in the space for a long time. He says at the start there, he's been in Bitcoin since 2017. And the tragedy of it, I mean, you can throw some blame for sure at the scammers. The scammers are to blame. You can throw some shade at Apple, and I believe Joe Carlasari is already in talks with him to try and, I think, help him and maybe try and go after Apple for being in the store where it was supposed to be safe applications there as well too.
I always blame the victim.
There's a little bit there as well too, that in Bitcoin it's powerful freedom because it's incredible responsibility, and there is an element that is also on you. It's not the attack vector of getting you to enter your seed words into a device is not so sophisticated that particularly if you have a large amount of money in Bitcoin, you should be allocating some of your time to improving your security, to understanding how it works, to furthering your education. That this could have been prevented from an education and an exploration standpoint as well too. And I just don't want to see it happen to more people, particularly, I mean, if you think about the amount of purchasing power he would have gained over those years, right? And you start to translate that, like, okay, how much money was earned over those years? And you can think about that in terms of like, well, what would my hourly rate be? And you can start to see how Bitcoin is giving your time back. And it's again, 2017, Bitcoin is giving you a lot of your time back. Set aside 1%, mastering
literally.
Bitcoin, and
1%.
1% would go through the tutorials. I know that Jan Pritzker from Swan Bitcoin puts out Inventing Bitcoin, the book, for free. You could talk to us at Bitcoin Mentor. You could talk to the guys at the Bitcoin Way. You could go into these spaces. Like, there are spaces on Twitter all the time. You could go in and ask people about these things. There's numerous books, tutorial videos, companies that help with support. There's no excuse, particularly if you have a larger and increasing portion of your net worth. Self-custody is the right way to go, and it gives you that freedom, but you have to take on that additional responsibility to make sure that you understand what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it, and continue to further your knowledge and your skills. I feel like I'm being an ass here, and I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm too scared to look.
No, I don't think you're being an ass. And like you said, if you think about how much time you spend working, oftentimes working for somebody else, and the amount of hours you put in for your year after year after year of your life doing this to earn this money, you would think you could set aside 1, maybe 2% of that time to figure out how to preserve that money that you've earned, that time and energy that you've earned, that you can then spend by playing with your kids or doing things you enjoy. I know it sucks. It's not fun. I mean, some people really enjoy this. Some people are really into the tech and just enjoy it on that type of level. That's not me. I'd like to sit here and claim that it is. It's not. I'd much rather spend my time going to the beach, playing with my kids, doing some adult stuff. This is what I'd rather be doing with my time. But I understand that part of life, it sucks. You got to figure out how to protect what you have. We live in an imperfect world, and perspective, we live in an amazing age. We have it a lot better than a lot of people in history, or even around the world today, who are forced to spend their time like finding water or dodging bullets.
Yeah.
You can spend your time trying to figure this out, especially if you have a lot invested in it. Take the time, learn. I'm not saying it's going to be exciting. It might be boring, but it is worth it. And we are here, with Bitcoin Mentor, want to try to help people learn.
Let me break this down for my fellow Bitcoiners. In just 8 weeks, I've seen a serious shift. More strength, more energy, and fast muscle gains. The reason? FitScript. They ran 124 biomarkers, blood, hormones, inflammation, and built a fully custom plan: nutrition, training, supplements. No guesswork, no templates. This is functional medicine meets precision fitness for high-performing men who want sovereignty over their health. If you care about optimization the way you care about your money, test, don't guess. Don't trust, verify. Hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to check out FitScript and see what's possible. You opted out of the broken financial system by adopting Bitcoin and taking self-custody of your money. But protecting your wealth is only part of the equation. Now it's time to protect your freedom. My family is stacking sats and stacking flags. A second passport is our hedge against government overreach and uncertainty. If you're a Bitcoiner looking for your exit strategy, our friends at Citizen X will help you secure second citizenship through investment or descent. Book your free call today by hitting the link in the show notes or simply scanning the QR code on the screen.
If there's an issue, hit us up, and you can find all of Ben's stuff up for free on his website. Right there, learn. You can just click on it. I mean, we have a company where we charge people to teach them, for an hour or 5 hours, 10 hours. Yeah, we obviously like to make money, but almost everything we're saying is available for free on the page. If you just go and watch it, if you can find a way to learn this without spending your money, more power to you. And if you have additional questions, come and ask us. We're here. We're happy to take as much time as you want, because for us, this is a passionate thing. I was on a call today with a woman it's supposed to be a 1 hour call. We went for over 2 hours, and I was happy to be there. I had the time. I just want her to end up in a better place where she feels more secure in her money. You're going to need to do this. Please do it. I'm begging you, so you don't end up like this guy. And if he wants to hit us up, I'm going to say I don't want to volunteer your time, but I'm happy to try to help him out and help him learn some just basic skills.
No, 100%, right? If Jimmy, I really hope that Joe can help him out. I'm hoping he's able to work with the authorities, or maybe in some sort of, maybe there is some, what do you call it, like liability on Apple's side as well too, that could help put him right again. I hope that he gets his Bitcoin back. I hope that he's able to continue in the space. If he wants some help getting set up there, I will absolutely volunteer my time for Jimmy, and I know Gary will as well too. We'll make sure that like this thing never happens again, that we never make this mistake again. And just to reaffirm that point, guys, like Bitcoin, you treat your Bitcoin security like it's going up 10x. You treat your Bitcoin knowledge like it's going up 10x as well too. Take the time, keep learning, keep stacking stats, keep stacking sats, keep stacking skills. It's really important. I'll try and end it on a little bit of a higher note, but I did feel it was really important to talk about that what happened here, because I thought that at the very least we could learn something from that terrible experience as well too. We've got the btcsessions.ca/learn page up on the screen there. You can scan the QR code, go and check it out. It's got everything nicely organized for you there. Of course, Gary and I are also with Bitcoin Mentor. Even if you just want to have a quick chat about where you can find some resources for this sort of thing, you can book a call with me, and I'll just link you to all my favorite golden go-tos for free resources that are out there. If you want to work together, great. But it's important to take that to really take not only your Bitcoin security, but your Bitcoin education seriously. And with that, I think we're just about at the end. Gary, was there anything else that you want to add, my friend?
I want to finish on a high note.
Let's do it. Let's end on a high note.
Yeah, a lot of downs on this show so far. Good news. If you thought the only way to help the government pay down its debt was to send in a check by snail mail, you're in luck. The American federal government has now offered the chance to donate money to pay down the debt via PayPal or Venmo. Thank you, Uncle Sam. You're welcome, America.